Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 74 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not oogie old, just not talked about old. And today's palette of choice I'm really excited about. I did not come to this on my own. Apparently, Nikki Lynn here on the YouTubes has decided she's the boss of me and told me I needed to play with the Unearthly Cosmetics Surrender palette again. So that's what I'm doing today for this episode. I'm really excited to play with this again. I've only used it once and I swatched some of the shimmer shades this morning and they're really pretty. I think I'm going to use this Seductive shade, which is a duochrome from like a kind of reddish to a coppery bronze-ish color. I think that's going to be fun. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully that sounds like fun for you. If it does, and you're not already subscribed to my channel, now is a great time to do that. I upload several videos every week. And if you click on the little bell and choose all, YouTube will notify you when I upload a new one. And you can choose to watch it or not. It's totally up to you, no pressure. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. All right, I'm going to zoom you in a little bit and we're gonna get started. I think I'm gonna start with that shimmer shade. It's called Seductive. I'm gonna start with that one. Usually I do like my outer corner and crease and all of that first. But occasionally it's fun to mix things up, and since I want this on my eye, why not start with the most exciting part? There are no rules for the makeups. There are guidelines, of course, things you probably should and shouldn't do, but when it comes to what order you apply your eyeshadow, you can do whatever makes your heart happy. And today, this is making my heart happy. That went on so easily and looks so pretty just on a dry Singe Beauty EO1 brush. Love this brush so much. I may dip into one of the other lighter, like multi-chrome-ish shades for the inner portion of my lid, but right now we're gonna move on to some mattes. I think I'm gonna start with Corset right here for like my crease and transition area, and then we'll go into Bustier for deepening up the outer corner. The first time I used this palette, I definitely used the pinks, which, you know, obviously this palette came from their mystery box. And like I said, I've only used it once, so I'm pretty excited to break it out today and use it. I like to use different eyeshadow palettes kind of all the time, so I end up using all my makeups, which, you know, I feel like is a pretty good thing to do. And this series makes me focus on older palettes, even if nobody's talking about them anymore, because this palette came out 4 months ago. But in YouTube years, that's ancient, which is crazy to me. I mean, obviously, I get and play with new makeups pretty regularly. Not a lot, because this is a one-man show here and nobody's sending me free stuff, except Nomad, of course. So I can't buy everything. And I feel like most of us are like that, right? Like you can't buy every single new thing that comes out, even if it's amazing and you think you'll love it. Sometimes you just have to not. So we can get the older stuff out and play and enjoy the things we've already purchased. Look at that. That's so pretty. All right. This was my Singe Beauty EO3 brush. I cannot wait until Angie releases these individually, because I will definitely be repurchasing 3 of the brushes. They are so amazing. Now I'm gonna do this EO2, which, okay, isn't my favorite, but I'm gonna use that and go into Bustier just to get some depth out here, because that's how I like my makeup to look. For me, yesterday, I did a really light look. It was the video where I was playing with the Unearthly eyeliner as eyeshadow. So that went up last week when you're seeing this video. So today I want to do something a bit darker. Look how pretty that is, and like effortless. I really don't like when I'm watching a YouTuber spend 5 minutes blending out an eyeshadow and they say things like, oh, it's so easy to blend, it's blending itself. No, it's not. That's not what blending itself looks like. That was really fun and easy. I like that a lot. All right, since we're here, let's go with this shade right here called Radiant, just to add a little bit of brightness to the inner portion of my inner crease. And then I think we're gonna grab this one right here called Captivating, and use that just to blend Seductive and Bustier together a little bit. Because why not? We're just playing, right? Nothing serious going on. All right, so I got a little bit of Radiant on my brush, and I'm just going to press that on the innermost, but not like the inner corner. We'll save that for some highlight, just to add a little layer of a little something else. All right, I'm just cleaning off my brush on my handy dandy towel, since I don't wear pants. If you didn't see Nikki's video, you should go check it out. She mentions that she just wipes her brushes on her pants because she doesn't have a little cloth like me. And so I commented and said, I don't wear pants, but because I always wear dresses. So I thought it was funny. Look at that. That is bridging those two shades beautifully. All right, I'm calling that the eyelids done. I'm going to line with brown liner because I think that's just gonna look really pretty. Plus brown eyeliner makes my blue eyes seem bluer. And I'm going to do the rest of my face. I'll come back and show you the final look and we can wrap up this episode. All right, I'm back and that's the look done and dusted. Let me zoom you in for an up close at the eyes. And now I'll scoot you back and we can talk about the other unearthly bits I used and wrap this video. All right, so for my under eye, I went in with a bit of Corset and a little bit of Bustier and just blended those out and kind of smoked it a little bit. And then I did end up using this shimmer shade here called Radiant on the inner corner, and actually as my highlight on my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, my nose, below my brows, everywhere. I think it looked really good. A little on the like purpley pink side, but I think it works because of the little bit of reddish pink in the duochrome. I love this palette. I don't know why I haven't reached for it more. Maybe because I was like, oh, poo-poo, it's a neutral color story. But look how beautiful it is. I need to use this more often. And since I was using the eyeshadow palette, I decided to use the blush as well. And I went in with Luscious. Yes, Luscious for my cheekers. I really like this blush palette. Here's the thing though, I've been using my Blend Bunny blush brush for blush for a little bit now, and I used it with this blush palette and was like, all right, you know, these blushes just aren't very pigmented. And this morning before I started filming this, I wanted to look at the look I did when I got this palette to make sure I didn't do the same thing because that's boring. And in that video, I used the blush palette and a Rephr brush, and it like jumped onto my cheekers and had a party. I had to like use my bronzer brush to blend it out. So this formula likes a natural bristle brush more than a synthetic. So that was good to know. So, you know, more than just using a palette again, I learned I was doing it wrong with the synthetic brush. My lip is the Juvia's Place lip liner and in Cola, and my lip is the Unearthly lipstick in Dreamy. so I think that's all the unearthly bits I have right now, besides the liquid liners, which I didn't use today. And of course I have other eyeshadow palettes. So let me know what you think. Did you grab this box? This was, I believe, the Valentine's release, or did you pass on it? Are you considering getting the summer box? I believe it's still available, both the small and the large. I did mention recently that those are supposed to be coming to me. I did pre-order them, so hopefully that happens soon. All right, I am going to leave it there. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate hanging out with me today. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.